This is the first look video at my Miele, what is it again? Deary me. Miele Compact C2 Extreme Powerline. I bought this brand new about 2 months ago, back in September. Oh, let's just adjust you a little bit while I'm blabbing on to you. Well, just before, no, it was just after the EU regulations where 1600 watts maximum was actually reduced to 900 watts maximum. So I thought I'll bags myself a 1600 watt Miele because A, it was on offer, and B, you know, it's a Miele actual body shape I've never actually had. So I thought, yeah, we'll go for it. So I haven't made a video, I didn't unbox it on YouTube, and several people have been wanting to see it. So I'm going to do a general first look video today. Then eventually I will do a review. So make sure that's nice and focused. So here it is, as you'll see. I'm now going to set up a shot where we can look at the machine itself, then we'll look at the tools, and then it'll be a nice video hopefully. So, stay tuned. So here it is, the Miele C2 Extreme Powerline, in a rather nice, kind of a navy blue colour. I think they call it marine blue, but I think it's more of a navy personally. In real life, on camera it does look quite dark, and that's partially because one of the lights in here is a bit dodgy. But in real life it's just a nice navy colour. I'd say a touch lighter than the Cibo Felix that I have. So, I suppose, where do I start? We'll start at the top. So, here it is. So we have the carry handle here, a good solid carry handle. It's not really got a bumper, this machine. It more has a kind of textured plastic coating, which from my experience doesn't actually mark anyway. I used this for about a month and a half as my vacuum in my house. Now I've got the NRV 180 if you saw my Instagram post. So, also at the top is the bag catch, so we'll just pull that open and I will reposition you so that we are looking in the bag compartment, like so. So here's the bag. Now it's not in place properly. It's one thing with the FGM bags is the lid actually catches on the bag and pulls it out of place, and sometimes it closes fine, sometimes it doesn't. Now I have changed the bag before. The previous one, can't actually remember, I think it got quite full because I did a lot of work with it. So here it is, FGM Miele bags, of course identified by the red collar. Let's just pull that out. It's quite empty. Need another pack though. I've not got any more. Only had one spare. Here we've got the air clean filter, which is the original one. That shows it's had a fair bit of use over the last 2 months. Also in here is the spotless bag compartment. And then here and there we have the pre-motor filter, which is still spotless. These pre-motor filters virtually never need changed in Miele's. Quite literally never. Unless you've had a small leakage or you've sucked up a lot of hair, because hair sometimes goes through. Obviously here's the lid. It has a foam diffuser in it and the bag indicator. So let's just close that up. While I have it stood up, let's take a look at the back of the Miele. So there's the rating plate. You can't really read that, but it's serial number 146506236. Now if that's right, 1465, that makes this vacuum 3 years old. So I don't think that's right. I think on some of them you can date them, but I don't really think you can on here. Made in Germany, 1600 watt. What's quite interesting is we have a cutout for a power head. So obviously the American cleaners have a power head. Now you can't see it, but it says max 150 watts there. So that's quite cool. If it had a power head I'd be really happy. So it's got 3 swivel casters, 2 are offshot. There they are, which are incredibly smooth and good quality. Now on the side we've got 2 parking slots, or storage slots really. Now, on some of the older Miele's you would get one slot. On the S3, my S3, it had one slot. So on this, it's quite important you have 2 slots. If you give me a second. So basically, on this Miele, if I've got the tools here off shot. Of course, the way this is the hose end has a parking bracket on it. So that means to keep this compact, this is marketed as a compact Miele, means that on one side we can pop a tube and floor nozzle, and on the other side we can put the hose tube in. Whoa, that was a close call, wasn't it? If you remember the first video I did with this tripod. So the next slot could be used for that. And that's why overall, when you've got it all wrapped up, give me a second till I just plug the hose in, it means that on the whole, it's pretty compact. Obviously you try and keep the hose out the way. I'm just going to extend this slightly, so that then I'll show you it just from kind of a distance. So there you are. It all stores rather neatly. Now on the advertisement it actually shows the hose being wrapped around the extension tube first, a bit like, oh, no, nothing like that, kind of a bit like, oh dear, this is shambles, isn't it? A bit like, yeah, that's kind of looks like the advert. So you kind of have it wrapped around like that. It keeps the hoses one. I think it looks a bit weird. So I tend to just wrap the hose kind of just loosely around the tool bracket, then onto the storage clip. So here at the back we have the control panel. So we have the suction motor speed dial. So you've got minimum for curtains, setting 2, this says for upholstery, setting 3 is suggested for rugs. I used to use setting 3 for a general clean on my hard floors. It was more than sufficient. Setting, this is a silent setting, the kind of economy, so that's for your everyday vacuuming. Again, I used to rebel against that and just use it on the rug setting. Carpet for fitted carpet, and floors for floors. I always find that max is overkill for floors, unless you've got cracks in your floors or edges to clean. I find that silent setting's usually enough. You've got a large hand-powered or foot-powered on-off switch. I say foot operated, not hand powered. And then we have Miele's comfort cable wheel. So it'll be a little bit stiff because it's cold, it's very cold. But this is basically, you can retract the cable with one press of the button. And it's a good powerful cable wheel, if you know what I mean. On the back we have a kind of parking slot for pausing your cleaning. Like so, if somebody rings the doorbell, whatever. You know, like an inconvenient Amazon delivery, or an early present for somebody, you know, it's quite handy to have a parking slot. Alternatively, if you wanted to, you could pack the hose on there, I suppose. If you wanted to store it like that and have the tube elsewhere, you could. So, I will now show you the tools a vacuum cleaner comes with. So, give me a second, we'll kick the Miele out of shop and put the tools in front of you. I won't kick it, it's lovely and shiny and new. Give me a second. So here is the tool set the Miele comes with. This is one of Miele's basic models, so it comes with the basic tool set. Obviously if you have a lot of dirt to pick up on carpets, or you have soft wooden floors, the C2 hard floor is good for floors, and the C2 cat and dog is good for animal hair, carpets. That's the closest you'll get to a turbo brush so far in the UK. By the way, the Miele C2 hard floor, if you're interested in that model, it's basically the same as this, but the Miele is black, and it comes with Miele's parquet twister, which I had one here a second ago. If you give me a second, I might actually be able to find it. I'll find it after I show you this. But I found this fine for my house. I've got sisal carpet in, so that means I'm not supposed to use a revolving brush on it. It would be naughty if I used one of them on it. So, we'll start with Miele's extension tube. This one's slightly smaller than the standard, and that's because of the extra long handle grip, which I'll compare to one in a second actually. So here we go, it's still a decent length. It's durable, it's got the click fitting there. We have, in fact, give me a second, while I remember, I'll go and get a similar, but not the same, if you know what I mean. Right, what am I looking for again? Right, I better not keep these waiting too long. Right, here we go. Here is a standard Miele. Sorry for this, YouTube. Right, here we go. That's better. Here is the standard hose grip. You'll see it's quite short, and I'll compare that to the XL one in a minute. Here's a standard Miele tube. So if I extend that, plonk that on the ground there. If I extend this and plonk it on the ground as well, I'll have a quick comparison. So there you go, there's a bit of a difference there, as you'll see. So I'll just quickly de-extend them, you could say, and pop them out of shot. Here's the hose for the Miele C2. It's a decent length. What's quite unusual is it reminds me of a wasp tail because it's black and grey, kind of stripy. A standard Miele hose looks a bit more like this, if I can just pull my example out for you. Yeah, here we are. Here's a standard Miele hose. It's all grey, but this one has black, it's kind of black and grey, so it gives it a nice, funny look, you could say. Took a bit of getting used to. Goodness me, this hose isn't going to sit how it was now. Right, so let's have a look at the hose grips. Now obviously, one is longer and one has a parking bracket, I know that. There you go, there's a bit of difference in there. Obviously one was used for 2 years, the other was used for 2 months. So they both have the very same suction valve, but as you'll see, there's quite a difference there, I'd say. They are interchangeable if you do want a shorter one, I suppose. And notice, because this Miele has the tool caddy and no tool compartment, both hose ends have a notch for the tool compartment to sit on. Caddy, sorry. I put it on the machine end, it gets in the way if it's at your hand all the time. So, I shall now show you the cleaning tools. So here are the standard tools that are supplied with this Miele. This is the standard Miele Alltech head, or Alltech, however you want to pronounce it. So underneath it has a plastic base plate with 2 but large like red velo strips, they call them in America, lint strips. And then with a stiff pedal you can put the brushes down for flooring. So that's smooth floors, and obviously brush retracted for soft flooring. Has a nice big roller, which is lovely and smooth, and it can be easily accessed to clean it out if you get it blocked. If you get it blocked, you would undo that little, don't know what you'd call that, screw thing. Then the axle and the roller come out, then the head splits in half, so the suction neck comes off, leaving the body. So if you get it blocked, it's easy to unblock it. Here is the Miele tool caddy. So, obviously tool caddy just has slots for the tools, like so. Here's Miele's upholstery tool, very good upholstery tool actually. 2 nice lint velo strips, 2 little suction valves so that it doesn't completely stick to surfaces. Now, some of you might actually notice that inside there's little markings there to say where each tool should go, but I rebel slightly and put the dusting brush in the middle because it's at hand, because I use the dusting brush the most. Here it is, lovely and soft, and you can angle it any way you well please. Then we have Miele's short crevice tool. Actually that's something, because this is a tool caddy and not a tool compartment. It gives you the ability, here you can stare at that head for a second so you're not staring at nothing. It gives you the ability to, I suppose, where is it? I've got a spare one in here somewhere. Dear me, somebody's using an electric, a petrol mower. here. Right, this is from a Miele S7, this is a spare crevice tool I have. And you'll see it's a lovely length, so I suppose there's nothing really stopping you. There you are. Putting a long crevice tool on. However, it's very wobbly, I've just noticed that it is wobbly. Maybe it would fit better on another tool slot. Yeah, it fits better on some of the other slots. But you'll see there's quite a large difference between the two tools. You can clean much bigger couches with this than this. But I've actually always found the crevice tool supplied with a C2 to be sufficient. I've never had a problem with it. So now we'll turn the Miele on, and then we'll try and do a slight carpet demo. So give me a second. Okay, so it's plugged in. It has a soft start, but I'm going to start it on minimum. The cable, I believe, is 6.5 meters, which isn't too bad. Of course, this is designed for smaller homes, so actually that's quite good for a small house. But anyway, I'm going to start it on minimum, then I'll work up to maximum, then I'll switch it on a maximum to let you hear the soft start, because some of you like soft starts. So minimum is obviously silent. Pretty much silent. In fact, I had a guest round once, and there was a big mess on the floor because I managed to spill something. And I got the Miele out on minimum and it cleaned up some crisps absolutely fine. So it's fine for very small pickups. That's your kind of furniture setting. That's the setting for loose rugs. This is for everyday cleaning. It's powerful and quite quiet. Fitted carpets, hard floors. That's pretty good. In fact, a fun fact, my Miele C3, if I have that on maximum and put my coat sleeve to it, it will lift the cleaner up, it's so powerful. So now I'll demonstrate the soft start, because some of you like soft starts. Actually, from memory, I thought I had a better soft start than that. Yeah, it has a soft start, I would say. So, obviously, with the tools, let's just, I've managed to tangle the cable around the tool caddy. There we go, that's a bit better. Let's just throw this hose on. There we go. And then we'll feel the suction through the hose. This is on silent, by the way. Actually, that's fine for general everyday cleaning. That pop noise you hear when I struck the airflow is actually a relief valve. I managed to figure it out. Cover me, Now in here, oh yeah, here's the Miele Parquet twister. So you see it has soft natural bristles, but it twists 100, it's a bit cramped here. There we go, that's a bit better. It twists 180 degrees so you can get under all your furniture. It's got a lovely slim profile, that nozzle. But here is Miele's best nozzle, I think, the cat and dog nozzle. This is fantastic. So I'll let you hear how fast it spins it on 1600 watts of power. So let's just chuck that over here. And I'll show you it spinning. Right, I'll turn it on, it's on maximum. It vibrates a lot. It does make a bit of noise. Obviously it quietens down when you're on carpets, which I'll just show you now. If I shift the Miele in that corner, can't reach the switch now. I'll switch it on, then I'll use it on carpet, and I'll let you hear how it kind of quietens down. Watch this. Can you see that? It lifts the carpet pile really well. And it's not unbearably noisy. Okay, I've just turned it down on minimum because I'm going to hook the standard head up. Now even on minimum it has a grip on the floor, and that's probably because of the plastic base plate. But I'll turn it on to the silent setting and we'll give it a quick go. So this is easy on the ears but very powerful. Even the standard head lifts the carpet pile. I think you can see that there. Now you might be wondering why you're staring at where I store my bags for vacuums. Well, here's the Miele nozzle. It's going to hold its metal pipe up. That's why variable suction is a blessing on Miele's. So I think that's enough Miele in actioning. Let me just give you a final shot. And that is my video on the Miele C2. Obviously I'll be doing a review later on at some point. But that was just a slight introduction, and at 23 minutes long, I don't think anybody will actually watch till here. So I can see what I want. Cool. So I've got more videos in the pipeline. Just whenever I have time to make videos, I'm afraid. YouTube isn't my dedicated cause of life. Don't know if I actually have a cause in life. Nah, that's a joke. I'm not one of them emos that does stuff like that. Blech, not into that kind of stuff. Anyway. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Here it is to all of you who have requested it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was as bad as you thought it was going to be. Thank you for watching, as always. See you later. If you can be bothered watching another one of my videos, then I'll see you later.